What's going on, guys? Jurassic here. Today we're playing World War Armies. So the game has fully released and now they have a Russian faction. So we're going to dive into a couple things before we actually start. So now they have a battle pass. You can unlock some skins for your vehicles, and you can also collect some free stuff down here in the bottom. It looks like the premium packs are going to contain some unit cards, some points, things like that. Scroll all the way towards the end here, you'll find like some random cosmetic crates. You get one crate right now for the next 3 days, just as like a cosmetic reward for being a part of the game. There's going to be daily quests, which is basically just going to be the same thing as before. Take the first battle, destroy 3 observation posts. That's relatively simple. Season quest. This is just basically while you play the game, you'll unlock most of the stuff. It's not really too hard. Now, in order to unlock the Russian faction, you are going to have to make sure you have 1,200 points, which means you're going to need to play the American side and the German side enough to get to the 1,200 mark. You'll notice you'll have a little gift section over here, so you'll need to scroll all the way to the left to make sure you claim this, and that'll unlock you a couple new troops. Now we have all that, you need to head over inside your troops so you can see a little bit around here. Now, if you're used to having really high-level pillboxes, for example, because you're used to playing on the United States side and the German side, that's going to be based on your nation level. So if we click here, you can see the differences here. So you get plus 5 XP for squad training, plus 15 XP for squad leveling up, but also you get the 15 HP and damage upgrade to squads, which also include buildings. So this is going to be a lot weaker pillboxes than starting out inside of the Russian troops here, but we are going to attempt to use some of these brand new troop types. We did open up a couple crates here, so we're able to upgrade some of our guys. And at the current time, they are offering this self-propelled tank. I'm not entirely sure what troops are going to be good just quite yet, so we're going to jump into it and see if these troops can hang with the rest of the armies here. Obviously, they're going to be a little bit lower level, so hopefully they matches against other people of similar card strength, but we'll find out how that works in a minute. Pikatrov, combat general, blah blah. So let's see here. He's got Scorched Earth. After 5-second delay, triggers a series of explosions at the selected resource or strategic point. Blocks killing hits against all of your troops. Ooh, that's super cool. And what are you? Grants resources depending on your rank. Reduces unit deployment time. Temporarily freezes resource income. Okay. Let's go and jump to the battle, see what we got. Obviously, we're going to be pretty weak right now since we're just now starting out with this new faction. So I might have a couple of videos just focusing on the Russians to keep them a little bit more caught up with the rest of our group here. Now, before it was... Oh, my map works! Oh, this is going to be great. You guys move out. Let's see. We're going to focus on the Reds just because I haven't actually used them before, so hopefully these guys are going to be somewhat like the Jaeger squads. Very unusual to actually have a mini-map. Mortar team, you guys move across here. Start capturing that, and we should be good to go. Red teams are going to run across the battlefield here. We can actually see what he's doing, and we should also see like these points turn red. So we got the fog of war here, and it looks like they actually updated the pillboxes with a new skin, so that's pretty cool. Red's going to run across there. You guys are going to capture this and then move across the battlefield. We'll do that. So right now we're at 3 out of 5. As soon as we get to the tier 2 phase, which is determined by the points down here, that is when you're able to get out of 10. We'll slap down that. You'll notice that there's a conflict on the map around here. Looks like his Reds are going to be level 7. Can we drop a bomb anywhere we want? I don't know how that works, so we're not going to do that. Let's see here. Get back around over here. Mortars against his level 7, so we're going to have to just leave him that post to him. Red's unit. You guys retreat max, start capturing this deal. We got this Feldrox unit. Problem is, our guy is a little bit weaker than his, so we can't necessarily push him off the post. But you get him inside the zone here. That might work. Alright, so red units, you guys are going to have to do that. We're going to use some backup here in a minute, boys. We activate this ability here. Theoretically, he shouldn't be able to do any damage to us while we can still damage him. It looks like he's still able to hurt us. Blocks killing hit units against all your troops. Oh, so basically they're just going to be a zombie troop to where they can't die, but they're going to have very little health left over. We did manage to capture the Charlie objective post here. Our Reds unit is going to have to swap over and start getting for the Alpha post. Feldrox will get inside the area. These guys are only level 2? Let's see here. Ooh, but they do a ton of damage. Look at that. Make them burn. Alright, so we'll toast those guys out the area here. We'll capture that crate. We're good to go. Let's see, so we got another tower down here. So the Reds unit, let's see. Let's get you guys over inside this territory there. Give us some backup if we need it. Make sure you're keeping up with your towers. Looks like they actually have brand new towers too, so they did quite a bit of updates on here. Let's get our unit inside the house. So basically, if you have a unit inside the house, it'll push back the fog of war, so you're able to see a little bit further inside the map. Some of your troops, like tanks, for example, need to be able to have you visually see it relatively easily in order for them to have far-range shots, which is why having the fog of war cleared out is pretty much essential to surviving inside this game. We got our mortar unit. Let's attack the Reds. You guys need to exit the building. I mean, it seems like the Fellow Rocks units are pretty good, so we're going to just focus on these guys. It completely burned his troop over here, so we're definitely going to be relying on them. So you guys, let's bring you back over this way. Sometimes the troops will run in directions that you don't want them to. For example, this way. Hopefully there isn't any pillboxes. If we wanted to like completely baby him, we could like click inside of our territory and like slowly walk him towards an area that we know would be safe, but he should be good to go. We do have a ability here that if we want to upgrade to slop down anti-kill blows, will be fine. Looks like he has yet to take on a tower though, so we'll just swap over there and start doing that. Getting to the tier 2 phase. Alright, so you were taking in some damage here, so we'll have to retreat you guys away. You're also taking severe damage though, so we'll need you to run away as well. His pillbox is going to give us some issues, so we don't have anything to take on that pillbox. It's going to be built here in a second. His mortar units are leveled up quite high. The red units, basically, if you're going against a mortar team, you look really weird doing it. But if you run in a circle, theoretically, his units have a very hard time of actually hitting you. His pillbox is level 4 though, so that's a super high pillbox too. Might have to give up the Bravo post and go for Charlie up there at the top. Reds unit, you guys are going to need to retreat away here. Mortar unit, are you taking on that pillbox? Hell rocks. Let's get you guys over this way. And we use these tanks too, so like this is a completely different strategy here. So let's just send you guys on that way. Both our fellow rocks are going to be going for that. Bravo post is going to be open right now. Order units can't necessarily see. After 5-second delay triggers a series of explosions at the selected resource or strategic point. So can I just like put this anywhere?
Detonate munitions. Stitch it up.
I don't know if he was there or not, but that's kind of cool. So he does have a pillbox over here. He's going to attempt to get across the battlefield here. And you guys necessarily don't have too much health though. Old Rocks is taking in some severe damage here. Our tank's going to get across the battlefield. Hopefully he'll be able to get there in time. Fellow Rocks. Yeah, neither one of you guys are actually able to do anything. So we have to get the tank over here to get rid of this pillbox, or else we're going to lose.
Strategic point captured by
Bravo's also been lost. They just now capture that.
Only silence.
You know what? Which tower are you closer to, buddy? We'll check back around over here in the middle side. So he's got a Fellow Rocks unit. Their mortar units. The mortar team definitely needs to back away some. They got wiped out. Grab this other tank. One of these tanks has to be good against troops. Don't know which one yet, but we're going to find out. Why are you hesitating, buddy? Go in there. Bell rocks, you get in that. Pillbox, we destroy pillboxes. There we go. That is how you do it. Bell rocks, get on the Bravo post. We got some tanks. We got some firepower. We're getting rid of these people. Look at that tank. Do its business. These are actually quite good. Let's see. He's got a little vehicle over there in the background. Fellow Rocks, why are you rushing? Stop it. He's got a bomb supply unit over there on that post. Retreat away. Alright. P34, you guys go against the vehicle here. Fellow Rocks, you guys are going to need to get inside that zone. Little tank, go against that. He has firepower here, so we'll use our Russian ability there. Everybody take on his Kathy, which we don't have that one either. Flamethrower unit. We don't have any troops that really do what we're used to is the problem. Let's see, let's get a mortar unit. I mean, this tank's taking in quite a bit of damage here. Fellow Rocks. As long as we stay inside this area and burn him, we should be good to go. We want to make sure we're staying on top of the Bravo. Boom. We're not staying on top of the Bravo post, rather. Fellow Rocks, don't run. Wait for the bombs. All right, so they died.
Enemy. До свидания.
Here, we'll start retreating you guys back some. Fell rocks. If you guys can like get off, burn them for a second, then retreat back to the base, it'd be good. Get back over here. Why are they level 2? I thought he had level 7. Get another Reds unit over here to give us some backup. Alpha Post is also being left alone right now, so Fell Rocks is taking him some severe damage. We'll have to swap you guys out for the mortar units. Mortar unit's going to come around here. His mortars are also higher level than ours right now. Problem is, basically, if you've held a bunch of your points, or if you're brand new to the game, you'll probably be a little bit safer. See, we need to get these guys off of the zone. But if you had a whole bunch of money left over, you could sit there and use a lot of your points to get all of your brand new units leveled up, since it doesn't require actually playing with them, which is what this guy did. So we need to get our units over here. We're gonna have to get to tier 3, upgrade you.
I will.
Here, Red's units taking him some severe damage. Bravo Post technically is no longer his though, so we should be good. He's not going to stand on that post. He's going to retreat away. Hold off. All right, so we got our tank moving up inside this area here. We got another tank moving up inbound as well. He's got a Reds unit. Here, T-34. Go against his T-34. He's going to be attempting to blow it up. PTSU, go for the tank. Are you that bad at range? Turn around. Don't go for the tank.
Mouse is trapped.
Now everybody go for his tank. Red's unit is going to need to exit the building here. You guys head towards that. We should be able to wipe out his tank here in a second. Mortar units get across the battlefield here. Bell rocks, move out. Red's unit against his Red's unit. Our little tanks should be able to wipe that out. We need to get a troop over inside this zone immediately, or else we're going to lose that.
Hero Factory volunteers, trained and ready. I will do.
One of you needs to get inside the zone immediately.
Comrade.
Try over here in the Charlie objective post again. We're spending too much time over inside that zone. Problem is we need to find a way to secure one, but our units are just too weak compared to his.
Ready to strike.
Alpha unit, this guy is staying relatively ours. We're going to slap down a pillbox just to prevent him from being able to do anything about that. Mortar unit, you guys turn. We need to all start working towards this. Felled rocks. Wait. Our tanks are going to be getting inside this battlefield here in a second.
Soviet row unleashed. I will do or die trying. Vanya hit him. I will cover.
Alright, so our tanks getting inside the zone. That'll help us out. Activate our shield ability.
Victory.
Bomb.
Mouse.
That tower.
Detonate.
Mortar units. Work on the pillbox. We are going to have to destroy a unit inside of the house over here. We did lose some time fighting for the Bravo post. We're going to attempt to push him outside of this zone. I think this is going to be the only way. He's got heavy mortar spam, so I don't think he has many troop types. We have yet to actually see the tier 3 Russian tank here, so that's another unit that we haven't necessarily played around with. Felled rocks move forward. Got another pillbox, we're going to be screwed. Oh, you'd be safe.
Defense cannot halt.
Soviet row.
That guy still in that house? Yeah. Blow up that house.
I will.
Bell rocks. You're hanging around inside this territory here. He's going to be retreating away. He's the kind that does like to place bombs on top of the post, though, so we're going to have to watch Charlie. Basically, the Russians are able to drop a bomb wherever they want to, which is definitely going to be a little bit of a game changer, considering the other groups inside the game basically require you to have that post in order to do an ability like that.
Comrade.
Reds units, you guys, let's get over here and start capturing those crates. We've been ignoring those. May as well grab those. Mortar units, let's get you guys over like on this bridge or so. Rocks is going to be capturing that here in a second. Be able to slap down a pillbox. And then we're going to save up to get to the tier 3 tank, because I want to see what that does. We also need to start figuring out a better strategy here. Our guy over here, Reds against the pillbox. This Reds unit should be able to push them out.
Keep pushing,
He's actually able to capture that quite quickly. Alright, so we managed to prevail against that. His Reds unit is going to run across the battlefield here. They are slightly higher level than ours, but they did take quite a bit of damage. Alpha is going to go back to our zone. Check back around over here at the top. This tank, he's just so weak right now, we need to send him back. We got enough for a tier 3 tank. We don't necessarily want to push up the tier 3 tank too far, so we're going to stick him relatively close to our territory. Our Reds units lining up their shots, but they sort of stood way too far in the back there. Yeah, he's going to grab that post from us. It's all right. Although, we could just get in the house over here right next to the pillbox, and if he wants to chase us, it'll be a little bit easier to kill him, and we'll take less damage, so have at it. Because this pillbox definitely should be able to reach across here. Our tank's going to get some health here in a second. Check back around over here at the top. We got a tank, Felled Rocks units. You guys are kind of weak. Mortar units just hanging out around here. Basically, this is just going to be a cat and mouse game. He's going to have to decide if he wants to push up or not. We could upgrade our pillboxes. We do have a bit of points here, so we should probably slap down some pillboxes in each zone. He's going to be hiding out inside that house. This pillbox should be built. It seems like the Reds unit are basically the equivalent to a rifle squad. They don't seem anywhere on par with like a Jaeger squad, for example. So that is where it's going to determine a bunch of stuff here. Our pillboxes are only level 2 though, so it's not like they're like a super huge advantage right now.
Listening to your command, Tovarish.
So if we pop out of the house, let's see. If they start taking massive damage, we'll stick them back inside the building. Back over here. Because now he's in the range of 2 different pillboxes. Okay, so our Himlin tank needs to get across the battlefield here. Mortar tank's going against him. Oh, you know what? That's where the Killing Blow comes into play. Does that work against pillboxes?
As gifts.
If it works against... it does not work against pillboxes. Now we know. We're going to grab another tier 3 tank because we don't necessarily have too many Russian troops. Mortar unit's going to be taking in some damage here. Let's see here. It's going to be level 1 against level 1. Felled Rocks unit, you guys need to get across the battlefield here. Give us some backup. His tier 3 tank is going to be taking quite a bit of damage. Let's check back around over here on the Alpha Post. You guys still doing good? Yeah. Alpha Post, good to go, sir. Check back around over here at the top. His units got pushed around. Once we get enough points here, we'll slap down another pillbox. We are at capacity for troops right now, so we can't build anything else. So basically, this is where you decide to start using your pillbox game in order to prevent your opponent from taking too much points away from you. Alright, so we got a couple tanks around here. You are actually going to turn around. Let's focus over here on the main objective here. You know what? We probably want to have a tank over on this side, so let's get you all the way over on there. Looks like we are having some conflict around here. With these 2 different tank types, though, they definitely should be able to push them out. And then we are going to just hop our unit inside of that building here. So let's get you guys out of that area real quick. Basically, he's going to be making it weaker for us, though, so we might want to just get inside of that building.
Resource crate dropped.
Scores crate has been dropped. Your Alpha is being held down. How much is it to upgrade the pillboxes? 250. So they did change that a little bit. And ooh, it's building relatively quickly, but that's definitely different. I wonder if it's that same exact thing or if it actually does a whole different function.
Listening to your command, Tovarish.
All right, so our Reds unit looks like his Reds unit is level 1. This is starting to get so confusing. I thought he had level 7 at the beginning. Alright, so you guys are going to be fighting for that. He's got a... I assume that thing's called a Cathy. Alright, so those guys are going to be heavy explosive damage. Tier 3 tank, you are going to have to start getting prepared for war. So we'll line him up. He's obviously about to push heavily on this post here. Once we start getting into the range here, we're going to activate our shield ability. Theoretically, he shouldn't be able to damage our guy. I really wish I could see what that other ability is. Upgrade this pillbox just in case. That should prevent him from being able to push up too much. Bravo Post is still lost right now. Harley is still staying up at the top here. Alpha looks like his Cathy unit is starting to attack our deals here, so we are going to need to start doing that. Pillbox can't really do too much on its own here. Tank, if we had a troop over inside of one of these buildings, we'd be able to see a little bit better. So let's grab a Reds unit, just stick them over here. Bravo, looks like something happened over there, but we don't necessarily own that post, so it don't really matter. But here, Alpha, check back around, tank, boom, fire. Activate our abilities here. Your troops cannot be killed. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you driving around here, buddy? That Reds unit took a whole bunch of damage. Was that from the tank?
Left lever, right lever, like on
Okay, so that seems relatively good. Red's going to hop inside of that building. It looks like we're relatively staying close to the battlefield here. Now, before this update, it was 5 numbers is basically going to be a bot. 6 numbers would be against the player. They were speaking about having to add in like a naming system, so I'm not sure if that's still the case or not.
Cannon is ready, comrade.
Theoretically, it should be, but I'm not entirely sure. Your opponent has surrendered. Nice! And we actually win our first Russian battle. The fact that it surrendered, I'm going to leave that to assume that that was a real player, since a bot shouldn't ever surrender. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think of the new faction. Obviously, we have a bunch more troop types that we're going to need to learn. Until you get more troops, you're basically going to be stuck using some of the weaker units. Typically, rifle squads aren't used on the American side since they die frequently, and it looks like that's going to be the same case for the Reds.